Building. I ain't seen y'all in a good long country while. Been missing you, but I've been busy, baby. I've been busy at the job. Love it, love it, love it. But it's been busy, busy, busy. Yeah, a lot of stuff fell in my lap this week with Miss Diane being out sick, but she came back today, so I was glad to see her. Give y'all a few minutes to come in. You know, YouTube always play these games with me that they come on, let people know I'm on 20 minutes after I'm on, all kind of foolishness. I ain't concerned about no darn YouTube. They do what they do, I do what I do. What's up, mister? Y'all coming on in. I see you, I see you. Hey, Antoinette, good evening. I know I've been missing in action, but I've been busy, y'all. I ain't lying, I've been busy. You got to get them papers in for the state. You got to get them in on time, and it's a lot of we have a lot of children, a lot of special needs kids, 36. That's a lot on one bus every day. And every kid has a different need. But I love it. I was so glad to see them, and they were so glad to see me. They cut up a little bit today, but I was like, it's okay, because they were confused. We had two different bus drivers. We were riding on three different buses. Our bus broke down the first day. It needed a new battery. The second day, the air pressure wouldn't come up, 120 on the top. I don't know what the bottom number was. So every day we were getting on a new bus. They didn't want to get on the bus because, first of all, they didn't see the right bus number. Okay. They know 10 is their bus. It's 10. They know that. Okay. And they wasn't about to get on there and they saw a different driver on there. They ain't crazy now. They might be special needs, but they got a lot of sense. And then they didn't see me because I was back in the back. I had to come to the front for them to see my face for them to get on that bus. Smart children. I got some smart kids, okay? May have some issues and some problems, but they're smart. Don't you ever think they're not. Um, Let me get back up here and speak to all of y'all coming in here. Hey, Elaine, thank you for the roses. Y'all are so sweet. I miss y'all. Hey, Kara Anna. Wait a minute, what you saying, Elaine? Hello, hello to you. Let's get it is in the building. Hey, to just all the way from Canada. You froze up there yet, girlfriend? I saw you last night. We had some fun last night. I didn't come on live, but I went over to JP's live last night. I wanted to hear some music. My brain was gone. It was tired. And I said, you know what? I'm going to lay down in this bed after I'd had my shower, put my jammies on. I was like, I want to hear some music. So I kind of scrolled through to see if JP had any music going on. Did Miss America have any music going on? And finally I saw Jewel. I caught her maybe about 15 minutes after she was in the live. I said, here it is right here. I saw y'all over there. We had some fun over there last night, but unfortunately, I had to skate on y'all because I had to get up at 4 this morning. But I knew I was coming out here to talk to y'all tonight just because I hadn't seen y'all in what, uh, 2 nights? Mm-hmm. 2 days? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about time. Uh-huh. Um, Happy Friday to you too, to just y'all are speaking. Don't we all have issues too as a special needs? Yeah, I know I do. Mine might not be as severe as theirs, autism, but yeah, we all have some special needs. Ain't nobody walking around here ain't got a special need. If you're gonna be honest with yourself, I think that's the biggest problem with people. They're not honest with themselves. So if you can't be honest with yourself, how are you gonna be honest with anybody else? You can't. It's impossible. Anyway, hey Annie, sure happy to see you. Someone I can understand that makes sense, Miss V. Ooh, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. I'm just not into all the drama and all of that. You know, my life, I've lived my life. Whatever it is, it is. And whatever it was, it was. And I'm content with it. Okay. I don't understand why anybody would have a problem with my life because it's my life. You're going to have a problem with my life. Okay. Live your life and be happy. That's the way I look at it. But thank you, Annie. To just the queen, I'm about to throw this freezing weather to America. Well, to just you ain't got to throw too much. Around 5:30 this evening, we were pulling back in off the road. It was 57 degrees. Nice evening. I had on what I got on right here. And we pulled in. I checked the weather for tonight. Tonight it's supposed to be 27 degrees. How you gonna fall from 57 to 27? Below freezing? 30 some degrees? Huh? That's not our will. We don't have no control over that. Whatever the good Lord saying, he's saying. I'm in my house. It's warm and cozy up in here. I ain't got nowhere to go tonight, but I here to talk to y'all. After I get through with that, I do whatever I want to do. I ain't got to get up in the morning. I ain't got nowhere to go in the morning. I ran all my little errands today. Let's talk about this. You know, we were talking about goals over here, setting these goals for 2024 back in 2023. I think that was December. How many of y'all accomplished your any goals yet in January? Have you even written them down yet? Because if you haven't even written them, you are already weeks behind. Ain't we going into the third week of January? Isn't this the third week of January? Huh? Girl, let me tell y'all about my goals. I told y'all I wrote them down. I do it every year. Been doing this for over 50 years, okay? I started this stuff well back in my 20s. So far this year, I went to the bank today. Remember I told you I was going to get through with that car note a year early? I ain't paying for no car no 5 years. I get tired of it before the fifth year anyway. I always have. I ain't paid off too many cars in my life. A few, but not too many. Because I get bored. That's what people don't understand with me. I get bored with anything and anybody very easily. And I'll walk on you because you're not interested. You're not bringing anything exciting to me. I'm not learning anything. I got to go. Okay? That's just who I am. Didn't I tell you on the first video that I was different? Now you see, I'm not your average, ordinary Joette, whoever. No, I'm not her. Okay? I'm not your typical old grandma that just sits up in the bedroom and walk to the kitchen and get something to eat and go to the bed. No, that's not who I am. I don't want to be that. That's not me. Okay? So like I always say, if this ain't the channel for you, you need to go find you somebody that fits your script. Because I might not fit your script. Sometimes I don't fit my own script. But let's talk about these goals. So I went on to the bank and I set that car payment up for the 1st and 15th. It's not due until the 21st. I ain't paying no interest on that car. If they didn't get the interest this year, they won't get no more. Set up an extra $100. Okay, on the second payment. That knocked a whole year off that car. And they ain't getting no more of my money. Why should I be paying interest and I don't have to? Do the same thing with your house note and go and cut them years down. Stop paying them people all your money in interest and a little bit on the principal and taking 10, 20, 30, 40 years to get that stuff out the way. Go and knock it out. You blow that much money. Don't tell me you don't blow $100 a month eating, buying. I do. I blow way more than that a month. Okay. So I was like, okay, let's get real here. So I did. That's what I did today on my time off. Today ended up being about a 10-hour day. I went in this morning, 5:30. I had a CPI class to take. That took up 30 minutes. I left there at 10:30. 5 hours this morning. Left there, went to the bank. Oh man, I didn't bring my aura in. Nap Target's not in here anyway. I found an aura today, much like this right here. It's pearls. It's still in the car. I didn't bring it in. Now I got to find a wall space. I wanted the VR, my initials. They didn't carry the V. What I found out, I was in the store and I asked the lady, I said, it's certain letters weren't over there. They're only ordering the popular letters now. For your initials, however they come, they're in tin, plastic, mine are in pearls. So I just got the R for the last name. So I'm going to find some wall space somewhere if I have to take something down because it's beautiful. It's all in pearls. The R is. Next time I come on, I should have it hung up somewhere. If I don't find a place to hang it right now, I don't know. I just show it to you. So that's the one accomplishment I've done, saving money on that car out there. Okay, because when I went to get in, I didn't go to get no car. I was riding down the road. It clicked in my head. You need to go get you a car. I swirled around, went up there. 2 hours later, I drove it home. I do stuff like that. I ain't got nobody to answer to now. I answer to me. I wanted a car. I needed a car. I went and got one. I got my money's worth out there in Infinity. I had an SUV. I had since I was in business. I needed the SUV and a big one to pick up supplies and hair products and stuff like that. Cars wouldn't work in my business. Couldn't do it. Too low to the ground. I got used to sitting up high. This one sits up pretty high, but I miss that high ride. Okay, so I could get the fever again. Just ride down the highway because that's who I am. So that's one goal accomplished already. In January, and January ain't even over yet. Now, what y'all did? I'm trying to figure it out. Let me see. Hey Linda P, hello Lady V, and everyone. It's been in the low 80s here in South Florida. I thought y'all was having bad weather on the Gulf Coast now. Y'all Gulf Coasters too, Linda P. Okay. Well, y'all getting a warm spell. Ain't happening down here on the Gulf of Mexico on this side over here. It ain't happening right now. It's still a little cold, but it ain't gonna last. Next week I think we'll be in the 50s and 60s. And then rain is going to start Monday and Tuesday, so we might get a few more cold days. But by the time January ends, it's over. One or two cold days in February. Climate has really changed here since I moved here. I moved here in 78. Those were some long, cold winters. I was out there at that plant. Baby, when it was time to go get them samples, I think about it. Do I really want to be out here? I know the money is good, and I know I like the job, what I'm doing. I already liked it at the time working in the lab. But, as the years passed on, and then, I got pregnant, and I had my child and all of that, and got married, all that other good stuff, I kind of lost interest in it because I told you I'm different. I don't like to do the same thing over there. That's why I did so much in life, because I don't want to be bored with the same old thing. I'm looking at this now. Do I want to do this again next year? I can work 4 more years and get another retirement. But do I really want to do that? I don't know. We'll work that out later, okay? But that's interesting weather, Linda P. Much like ours. You don't like it this minute. Come back the next minute. It'll be different, I promise. I have accomplished things I wanted to do. One, get rid of the narcissistic husband. Oh, all right then. That won't work. If he was narcissistic, that is not going to work because he can always want it his way or the highway. Kudos to you. I'm glad you made your own decision, okay? Get my own place with my kids with 3 bedrooms done. Woo! You doing it, Tajista. Change my car. Done. So far, so good. God is good to me. You better go, girl. That's my baby. See, that's what I'm talking about. You remind me of a young me, okay? If I'm doing all this at an old me, can you imagine who I was at a young me? You have no idea. No idea. I was a person that never let my left hand even know what my right hand are doing. There are friends around me that didn't know what I was doing until it happened. I built a whole house and they didn't even know it until I invited them over. From the ground up. I'm going to show it to you tonight. I've already put it out there on video, took you by there. But for some reason, people are so intrigued with me having lived the life I've lived that it's over their head. They can't comprehend it. And I realized that. So one of my subscribers asked me about 2 weeks ago for a show and tell. Ms.V, show us some pictures. Remember I went out on the balcony and I showed you I had a whole crate of pictures out there? A lot of them don't even belong to me. They like my nieces and my nephews when they were little, my child when she was little. So tonight I said, I'm going to go home and I'm going to find some pictures I can show them. Some of the things that has been said out here about Ms.V, these pictures are going to incriminate them even further. I don't even know why you would even take the time. I can't see myself taking the time to go into Chico Stick's life to find out if she lying or if she telling the truth. Or, I don't care. That's not my business. I don't have time for that. How do people take all of this time to even think about all of the foolery, the rhetoric, and the lies and the misinformation? Ain't you got nothing to do? I don't get it. But I mean, maybe that's why I never felt the need to deal with a whole lot of women in my life. I only dealt, I'm being honest with you, I only dealt with women who had more than me. Because a woman who has what you have or less than, she's going to try to pull you down to her level. She's not going to try to help find out how she can come up to you. She's going to try to pull you down to her. I can't with that. I worked with men out at the plant, 800 of them. I'm with more women now than I ever been, but they'll tell you, I walk in that door, hit that clock, out of there. I speak, maybe chat for a few minutes. How's it going? If it's something I know, we had one lady who had a bypass surgery and she's back, and I went over and chatted with her for a few minutes this morning. How you doing? How you feeling? Girl, you really lost the weight. She's lost 70 pounds and she had this done over the Christmas holidays. But she's in pain. You could tell she's in pain. I think she came back a little too fast. That's a major surgery when they replacing organs or they shortening organs or cutting off part of your organs and stuff. I mean, that's her business. But in my opinion, she should have been still at home, recuperating. But it is what it is. She's looking good, though. She's a very attractive woman. So I'm sure by the time she gets that weight off, she's going to be drop dead gorgeous. Yes. Kudos to you to just the great job. Chico Stick says, great advice. Ms.V will find a space on that wall. I don't know. It's pretty full now. But Knob Tiger had told me to put my initials up behind my bed. At the time, I never had looked for them, and I'm going to have a hard time finding a V. V is not a bestseller. So the stores are not ordering the letters that don't sell. They know what's selling. It goes into the computer, and the computer regenerates an order from that. And there's not a lot of people with V's. A lot of A's, B's, C's, but not a V. A V. Not a lot of W's. Not a lot of Y's. So you're gonna have a hard time. But I found R, so it's all good. Let's see. Day and Alt 99. Hello and welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Hey, Lisa Hill. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate that. Sabrina Thoughts is in the building tonight and saying hello to everyone. Let's see. Free donuts. Thank you. That sounds like a troll, but we'll see. Hey, JP. JP, I had a good time over there last night. Sorry I couldn't stay too long, but 4 o'clock comes fast. And I had to make this last day. But we only got about 3 more months in a week. It'll be here before you know it. And I'm out of there, okay? Don't work in the summer for nobody. It's going to be on and popping. I live on the east coast of Florida, Fort Lauderdale. Been there. Not the west coast, the Gulf. Okay. The first boyfriend, I think I told y'all about him. He used to come into my chat all the time, Mr. Ricks. We met in college, and he was a pitcher, first black pitcher for the Yankees. And their farm club was in Clearwater, Florida. And I spent a lot of time there in Florida because of him. Fort Lauderdale, Clearwater. Where else did he take me? Tampa, Orlando. Never been to Miami. That's one place I've never been that I would like to go, but I never did go to Miami. Um, Passed it up going to the Bahamas, but uh just on a cruise ship. Hey Danielle knew me. How you going? So y'all, tonight is show and tell, okay? Y'all been asking for it, so here it is. So I don't have these pictures in any particular order. We just gonna go through Miss V's life and y'all can laugh, y'all can have fun with it, y'all can ask questions. I don't care. Okay, I think it's best that I bring my life to the screen since it's my life. I've lived it 69.99 years than to let YouTubers try to tell you who I am, what I represent, what I've done, what I haven't done. And it's no way I'll be able to bring 69 years in an hour and a half. So just kick back, relax, enjoy the show. Miss V. First picture I have that I can recall of me. A year and almost 2 years old. Okay, can you tell that that little curly haired girl is me? Miss V. Okay, well, we moving on. I better turn them this way. Uh, First graduation from kindergarten at age 5. That's me. Yeah, Little Flower Academy, a Catholic school. Hey, Deborah Silver. So cute. Thank you, T Hall. Carol Anna's in the building. Okay. So I told y'all I've always sang. Voice ain't worth a crap now. But back in the day, I started off in the junior choir at church. Graduated on up to my high school. When I went there, I told y'all I integrated my high school. This was the 5th annual commencement exercise. Okay. I took y'all to the school when I went to Louisiana. Here I am in the girls' ensemble, Vietta Brown. Can you see it? Right there. Okay, this would have been Thursday evening, May 18th at 8 o'clock p.m. in the Monroe Civic Center, the same place my brother's funeral was in Monroe, Louisiana. The same place I used to go see James Brown and the Famous Flames. That place. I think it was built in 1964. First time I went to a concert there was 7th grade. Me and my baby sister. I took her with the little go-go boots. Yeah. And after I left high school, y'all, I told you I went on to college, right? Louisiana Tech University. I already told you the story about that. Taught school for a year, finished out a year for a lady who was on maternity leave. It was not for me. I knew it right off the bat. One thing about me, I know what I can and I can't deal with. That I couldn't deal with. How you gonna come out and try to teach somebody you 21, just turning 22 years old? They ain't interested in biology, they ain't interested in chemistry, okay? They're interested in dating. I was dating a guy that worked at the high school. He was an art teacher. He's passed on now, Mr. Elliott. We couldn't even go out in the city without one of them seeing us. If we go to the movie, oh, Miss V, I saw you at the movie with Mr. Elliott. Okay, but that's not going to be on your biology test, boo-boo. I had to make an example out of him. So from there, I moved on to Texas, where I am now, in this area. First job, I've been talking about the plant and where I worked. Well, I happened to find an appraisal of who I am. Now, you see how bad this little man write, but I'm going to try to read you just a little bit of it. Knowledge of the job, knows requirements of the job. Theater has learned the routine operation of the stockroom. Remember, I told you they started me off in 1908. First promotion was July 24th, 1989. 10 years later. I started running up the charts, okay? Vieta has learned the routine operation of the stock room. So they put me in the stock room, which was purchasing everything across the board that the lab needed and even what some of the units needed. I had no training in it whatsoever. I had to train myself. Brought in a new computer program. I had to install it and learn it myself. So they would check out their lab supplies on the computer and the computer would reorder it. What I didn't realize is that I was working myself out of that job. It was a cushiony job. You sit down there every day and did whatever you want to. Only time you got up is when the supplies came in and you had to take them out the box and put them on the shelf. Label it. That's it. Made the same money. Now they just not telling y'all I'm live 26 minutes in. YouTube is, I'm glad I don't need this money like that. Where I have to have this money to pay my bills. Because baby, I would be broker than broke. Busted down to the ground broke. Y'all hear me? So anyway, I had a very satisfactory review from this company and moved on into safety. And from safety, I went to decorate the Navy Pier in Chi-Town in Chicago. And it was a celebration across the United States as well as internationals. It was 1,000 people that flew into Chicago to the Navy Pier. And if those of you who are from Chi-Town know that Navy Pier had been sitting there dusty and messed up for years. I ordered boats and boats of silk, put fans behind the silk where it would flow like nice blue water, tablecloths, ordered the tables, didn't have no clue, wasn't no Google, nothing back then. We talking the 80s. You had to get on telephone. You had to get a cab or the company had to send you a limo to take you to these places. And then they gave me a budget on top of that. That's the kind of stuff Ms.V dealt with. I was in my 30s when I was doing that, preparing for 1,000 people for a company. You're 30-some years old. Pictures coming. All right. So while I was there, this is a picture from the plant. I went out to collect drinking water that morning. Both of these guys are deceased and moved on. But whenever you worked in the water lab, you had to go out and test the drinking water for the state or shut you down. This is in the unit. That's me. You don't see no black folks in there but me, do you? And I'm a woman. You think they wanted me there? Think again. But I did that. Quality control. This would have been somewhere in the early 80s here. Okay. A picture I've shown you my mom and dad. This is where I came from. This is my lineage. Okay. This is their 50th wedding anniversary. Okay. All right. 3 years of service in the Wasserman High School choir. Got a little scholarship over to Louisiana Tech too. Did. I could sing a little bit back then. Don't ask for me to hit a note no more. I don't do that no more. I just go up there in the church choir, hit a note if I can, okay? Play the tambourine if you can't hit the note. That's what I do. All right. I got christened at the age of, 4. There she is, little curly Q. Yeah. All right. And like I said, they ain't in no kind of order, but it is what it is. Oh, there was some question as to whether I had a beauty shop. I had 4 locations. This right here, let me cover up my license number because I keep my license current. Hold on. What they say? Texas Cosmetology. That's a license number, don't it? And ain't that my name? Oh, well, that makes that a lie, right? I said I owned a barber shop as well. Cover up that little license number there. Here's my permit to run the barber shop along with my beauty shop. Yeah, and you see the stamp? The gold seal? Legit, baby. I don't have to lie about nothing. Because I live my life, not yours. If I came out here and told your story, I'd be lying. Because I don't know what I'm talking about. That's what happens. Okay, my senior picture. I want y'all to go Google Debbie Allen and tell me what you think. Same little flipped hairdo. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Okay, and then I turned 16 on this picture. Yeah. 16. Wow, that seemed like a century ago. What else we got going on here? Okay. I want to take y'all too fast. See, I want to slow y'all down. Oh, y'all been talking about the fake husband out here. Well, he didn't show y'all his face when he was here, so I ain't gonna show y'all his face. Cause it ain't your business, okay? You say fake, let him stay fake, cause it's dead anyway, okay? But that's the Robinsons. I told y'all we had season tickets at the Ravens game. That says the Robinsons at Ravens Stadium. Big man. I told you. 6'6", 265 pounds. Fake husband. That's who he is. Get you one. Woo! First home. All right. No, this ain't the first home. This is not. But this is a home that I bought, I ain't got nothing. I ain't never had nothing. Okay, but I purchased this home. I'm going to tell y'all, when you make major investments like homes, they can really pay off. This little house right here, I purchased in 1984. Okay? You see it's for sale sign? Again, passing by. I ain't got no business on that street. I'm looking for the house on the other street. This house happened to be on Lane Road, 316 Lane Road. $70,000, 1984. I turned around and sold this bad boy right here after putting some work into it. I put hardwood floors in there, granite countertops, changed all the ceiling fans, knocked down walls and opened up space in there. $200,000 in 2008. This little house of mine. Okay. Great investment, right? Paid it off in 10 years, the 70,000. So I got 200,000. Ching ching. All right. But I ain't got nothing. I ain't got a thing. Okay, so back in my younger years, I used to do a lot of fashion shows. I've always liked fashion. So here I am in Longview, Texas, getting ready to do a fashion show. Okay? Somewhere in my 30s, 36, 37, somewhere like that. Told you my brother-in-law owns AT&T Phone Center on Gilmore Road. He sponsored this fashion show for me. But I ain't got nothing. I always remember that when I come out here. I ain't got nothing. Oh, I found this one of the little country store I told you my grandparents had, M.B. Brown Grocery. This baby is me. You see that baby there? That's me and my grandmama. My paternal grandmother. Okay? My mother had gone back to college and I was staying in the store with my grandmother. Yep. That would have been, I was born in 54. I don't have an age, but I look like I'm maybe one. I don't even look like I'm walking yet. Probably not. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I've always been a hat queen. This is me and Harry, the brother that passed away from kidney failure. I've always been a hat queen. Check it out. Some people like hats. I like hats. Okay. I don't know. This was in 2000. Okay. I was trying to get them Michelle Obama arms. See, I was working on them. I was getting them cut. Yeah, I was. I was trying. Okay, here I am on the Washita River with a childhood friend. We've been friends since first grade. Out on a boat. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, classmates. We were segregated from the junior high school. That's the last time we were together, 8th grade. When I left them, I went and kicked the doors in at my high school. They stayed together. 10th grade, they shut the high school down, which was Carroll, the black high school, and forced integration. These were my classmates, the women of my class. That's me in the black right there. Okay? We stayed together. Through it all, we stuck together. Christmas 2005. 21 years ago. Mm-hmm. Okay? I had braces, I told you, at 42. So you won't see the big pearly white teeth because of the braces. But my hair is so thin. Maybe now. Maybe when I was a baby. But that's the way my family does. We all had a lot of hair. That's some thick hair there. Mm-hmm. And you can tell it's mine. You see the widow's peak there? Mm-hmm. But I've done a lot to it over the years. This is a celebration that I did for the 1,000 people at Amico in Chicago. That's me right there. The only little black sister you'll see is at the Navy Pier, the day of the celebration. Everybody's coming in from around the world. Took a little trip up to the Ozarks. This is Christ of the Ozarks with some friends. We went on a bus up to the Ozarks. Some of you who are from Arkansas, you know about that statue. Okay? This was the bus we went on. We even had a person in a wheelchair. That's me. Next to the end. Is that me? Wait a minute, let me find me. Yep, that was me. Okay. Tell you I don't like the food with women. All my friends, basically all my life, were men. These are the men in my class. I ain't over there with them women. You see where I am? You can have fun with men. You don't have to be bothered with all that old catty craziness they got going on, the petty bullshit they got going on. Hey, we over there having a good time. See? See? Yeah. Still together after all these years. I don't care what they've been through. Went out to San Francisco on this picture. They're standing there on the pier. Alcatraz is on the other side. That's where I was trying to get to, but it was closed. So then they did some other things. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else we got. Let me get back over here and see what y'all laughing. Somebody laughing at me. I don't appreciate that, but I'm gonna get back to it. Hold on a minute. Just hold your horses. Hold your horses. Chef Mac tearing that ass up coming in here with the foolishness. The fish and all that. Okay, ooh, y'all been talking. I've been showing and y'all been talking. Oh, your 5-year-old pick. Hey, Miss Jackie Johnson. Yeah, I was 5 years old. You look so tall. On that other picture, not really. 5'5". Might have been the heels I had on because I wore heels back in the day. Yep, I just really got off the heels when the knees got bad. Hey, Evelyn. Julie, speaking to everybody who came into the chat. Praneeth BS. Hello, madam. Good morning. You're in another country. I hope you're doing good. I am doing swell, and thank you for coming in chatting with me tonight. Hey, Williams World. I appreciate you coming in. Hey, Charlotte. Rhonda, the gorgeous one, is in the building. Okay. Hey, Ashante. I ain't seen you in a good long country while. Glad you came over. T House say WW21. I must have missed them, but hello. Kiss the Ring is here. Thank you for the roses. I am Michelle for Life was in the building last night cutting up with me. Hey, where's Carla? That's who I need to see because I got to talk to my Carla. I know y'all had all that going on over there. Michelle, I enjoyed it. Yes, indeed. And it was such a pleasure to meet Mr. Terry, Minister Terry. Don't say Pastor. He kept correcting me quickly on that, okay? Now, Tiger, how you doing? I found me a pearl aura tonight. Well, today. But I forgot to bring the stuff out the car. I was so glad to get in the house. And then I was trying to get some pictures out to show y'all. And I need to go back to the car to get the stuff out that I did buy. Hold on. Hold your horses. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. These pictures was when I was 21 years old. I went to London, Paris, and Rome alone by myself with folks I ain't know, white folks. You recognize what that is? It's the Colosseum. In Rome, Italy. This is the Tower of London. These are old pictures, y'all. These were Polaroids. They fading out. That I'm fixing to scan them all into the computer before I lose them. Okay, that's London. Foggy old London. This is, that's basically the same picture in Rome. Okay, here I am on the same river is below us in Paris. It's cold. This is in April. Okay. Big Ben is in the background. Can you see it back there? 21 years old. In Europe by myself. And you think I'm going to let YouTube bother me? Inside the Holy Doors. Rome, Italy. Okay. On the Seine River. Age 21. Paris, France. Going down the Seine River. I had actually a choice of getting a car or taking that trip. My mind at that time said, I want a car. The oldest brother talked to me and he said, you can get a car anytime. Girl, you better take that. That's a trip of a lifetime. And the school's going to pay part of it for you. I wouldn't do that if I were you, because you may never get back again. I ain't been back either. Okay? Changing of the guards at Buckingham Palace. Hold on, let me see. You can see the guards in the background. I'm peeping through the fence. Okay? But on the way, before I got there, I stopped off in New York. I was taking some fashion textile classes. So here I am at the Color Coordinating Center in New York City, age 21. That's my demonstration that day. Trying to make a grade. Yeah, I was in school when I did that. How old was I on here? 14. Okay. I was queen for a day. I got a crown and I got a trophy and I got gifts. This was 1968. I was 13 years old. That was my first trophy and first crown. I was 13. All right. Did I show you this one? 44 years old. No teeth showing again. Still got them braces on. Mm-hmm. Okay. 38 years old. Okay. I told you in 1999, I walked off my job and I bought a brand new Lexus and paid off my house. Here's the Lexus. Mm-hmm. Yep. After I got rid of the Lexus, I got a 500 CLK Mercedes. Uh-huh. That's why cars don't mean nothing to me. Let me put my finger over this husband right here and give you a quick shot of me and my daughter. I had been in a fashion show. Better believe I had the hat on. Mm-hmm. That's the second husband. Okay. Um, Last husband. He never showed you his picture, so why should I? He never wanted to be on social media, so why should I show him? The fake husband. This is the fake one. Mm-hmm. The two that's alive, funny they don't say nothing about them. They only talk about the last one. I told you he was a big man, 6'6", 265 pounds. That's me and him. Mm-hmm. Yep. These people at another fashion show, getting it together, getting ready to come on. I used to love to give fashion shows. Yep. Classmates got together. We stayed together, like I said. Got my hat on. Okay. Here's another time we got together. I got on the blue and white polka dot. We get together, well, they get together once a month. I haven't been able to make any of the appearances yet, but back in my hometown, they get together. Whoever can be there is there. Okay, family went on a cruise. This is one of the cruises. I told you I archived all the other ones over there on my Facebook page because one of these content creators, these YouTubers, couldn't stay off my page and in my personal business. They like to be in my business. But this was a carnival cruise. I wasn't happy about this one. This here was for children. These kids was getting on your nerves too. But this the family when we went over um on Carnival. First time I was on Carnival. Yeah. That mean you see me right there? Uh-huh. Yeah. We all went over on the cruise together. Worst trip I ever had. These children pecking on the windows and stuff and give me some money. Give me. Why is y'all here? Who invited y'all? That's what I'm talking about. Ain't y'all got something to do? While I was working at Amoco, they ain't in no particular order. This is the United Way. I was the 1988 long executive for Amoco Chemical in sincere appreciation for your leadership and dedication to our campaign, United Way of Brazoria County. Bam. Mm-hmm. Giving back. Always have. Always will. That's who I am. Despite what anybody else says. I want to see who else gonna come out here now that they've told my story and tell their story and show parts and pieces of their life from a baby up. I bet you won't get one. This is me and my daughter. I'm gonna do a quick flash. She might get mad, but she'll be all right. Mm-hmm. That's us. Okay. So now you see, I do have a daughter. Mhm. Don't look like we mad either, do it? That's what was said. I can't tell. Okay, here's another one. And like I said, we have a lot of hair. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So enough of her. Went over to Mexico. On this trip. I took my mother and my daughter over. Yeah, that's mariachi band. Just serenading little stuff. One of the border towns. I think this was Reynosa. You can tell it's this rundown. We just crossed over the border and went over to see it because it was so close. Went into Harlingen and was able to drive over the bridge. The Guadalupe, nastiest water and bridge you ever seen in your life. Meat hanging outside. Yeah. I suggest you go on into the interior like Mexico City. Uh-huh. Well, here we are in Galveston, the replica of the Nita, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria came to Galveston. So I went down to check it out and had to stand in that long line down there to get to it. Uh-huh. That's Galveston. The day they brought the ships in. Yeah. I did those already. We've been to London, Paris, and Rome. There's another one. It's cold, baby. Some cold days. Yeah. Okay. That's Galveston. Me and my niecey Pooh. Doing a little, having a little refreshment. That's what we were doing. It's okay to have some refreshment. Grandchild, when she was a little child, I would dare not show her now because her mama would get mad, but this is her as a little baby. A little grandchild. I told you, somebody asked, did she really have brothers? Who would lie about having brothers? These people are retarded out here on these streets. I ain't lying. They need to get on my bus so I can take care of them. Yeah, I had two on here. One, two, three of them were already deceased, but these were the two at the time. Now I only have one. And that's that one on that end is the only one that's left. But these were the two brothers I had at the time. Yeah. Okay. I don't get it, but they say, you know how they is. What birthday was this? This was probably my 45th birthday or something like that. Yeah. Uh-huh. I had so much money pinned on me. I don't know if y'all can see what them bills are, but ain't no bill on there less than a $20. I had it pinned all down the front and the back. The security caught me and he said, ma'am, you can't go outside with all that money pinned on you. They'll rob you. I didn't even know they had been pinning money on the back of me. Baby, I got home that next day, had $800 some dollars pinned on me. I'm in Chicago with my hat on. In the hotel. I told you I used to fly up for the company all the time to the Windy City. And did. Over in Jamaica. And me. There it is. Jamaica. Remember I told you the two pictures in the hall I brought back from Jamaica? Montego Bay, 1995. That's what it say. Yeah. Me and my auntie chopping it, getting down. Yeah, look like a lot of hair to me. Let's get back up here. Y'all all still speaking to each other? Yeah. Okay, that's good. You do look like your mother, I told you. The older I get, the more I look like. I never looked like her when I was young, not to me. But the older I get, I see her in me in the mirror. Um, Y'all are still speaking. I'm trying not to miss nothing. Y'all about some speaking people. I love it. Okay, Danielle said, I remember the pics when you redid the shop. Oh, yeah, you remember that, huh, Danielle? Wow. Let's see. Jackie say, too cute, beautiful Miss V. Hey, Holistic, how you doing? Tell them, Miss V, they can't do me. Leave me alone. Go do you. Because I'm going to be me. Y'all remember Veronica took me to the Nutcracker last December? She was a client of mine. She was at my birthday party. That's me and Veronica. Uh-huh. She worked at NASA Space Center. She's an engineer. Yeah. Okay. Well, I went to a wedding at the San Louis in Galveston. I've shown y'all the San Louis when I took y'all down the seawall. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's me. Mm-hmm. Okay. Remember the house that I told you I built from the ground up? This says my third home, 1985. The video is out there. Okay. There it is. I did that and took it to an architect and let him draw it to scale. Still stands the test of time today, and I built this in 1985, 5,000 square feet, 32 years old. Don't try to do me. Don't try to be me. You get confused. Yeah. Another birthday party. I was in my 30s. I think I was about 32. Mm-hmm. More money. More money. Yeah. I got friends. They like me. Oh, Mexico City. With my mom and my daughter. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right there. There we go. Back in the 80s, I bought my first Mercedes. There we go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And then in 1981, she was real pregnant. Uh-huh. There she go. Mm-hmm. And the baby only weighs 7 pounds and 14 ounces. Ain't that a trip? Yeah. Went to SeaWorld in San Antonio. There it is. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Carol, and I appreciate that. I'm holding my own for almost 70 years old. I'm not ashamed at all. I know a lot of them out there. Can't say the same thing. A lot of them in their 50s can't say the same thing. Come through with the receipts, Miss V. Hey, like I said, I can't bring all this stuff. Very first home. This was Easter 1982. My very first home. There we go. That'd be 1700 Duro Street in Lamarck. For those of you who have doubts, go look it up. It's on the tax rolls. It's what the hell you should have done when you came out here with your lying ass. All right. First car. Came home from college. Bam. I thought I was the shits. You couldn't tell me nothing when I got in that little car, baby. Yeah. She thought she was the bomb.com. Mm-hmm. You know where this is. Florida. There it is. Orlando. Uh-huh. For about I don't know if that was the first time, the second time, third time, or fourth time. She laying up in the bed in Chicago on Amoco's money. They used to send her there, so she used to lay up in the 5-star hotels. Yeah. Why not? It wasn't my money. Been to Vegas many times. Many times. Circus. What's this one? Silver City. Yeah. You know, old news. That's another little car I had. I had a Silica back in the day. You couldn't tell me nothing about it. It was a 5 in the flow, baby. Yeah. Longview, Texas. At my brother-in-law's house. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I used to call her Putt Putt. Every car had a name. That's my girlfriend Valerie. When me and Veronica went to the Nutcracker, we was talking about how wild and crazy Valerie was. She was a beautician in my shop, and she was also a nurse. Yeah, she lives out in San Francisco now. Uh-huh. She comes home every now and then, every couple of months or so. Let's see what else we got going on here. I said I had a massage therapist that was white that worked in my first beauty shop. That's her room. She designed it herself. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I did the designs of the bathrooms. Whoops. Come on now. Had a couple of bathrooms. That's one. I did a Western bathroom for the guys back in the barber shop. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Here is the first one. What does that say? Cosmic International. I had 4 locations. This was one location. Mm-hmm. Come through. This was my office in there. Yep. Yeah. See that spool? That was for sewing the weave on, baby. Whatever you need, come see me. Blessed said something about Ms.V. You need to put your plaques, your diplomas and stuff on the wall. I told her I had them on the wall. I had them on the wall in my beauty shop. There you go. That's not, they went all the way down. That's just part of them. Because some of them are from the beauty shop, color classes, and all that, and my degrees from college, certificates, they went all the way down that wall. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't play with Miss V. Well, I had a granddaughter, and I also have a grandson. Well, here's his baby picture. Mm-hmm. His name is Jackson. And there he is. Precious, precious. My little angel. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. The last of the brothers, we together on here. We went to a wedding together. He's now 83. Uh-huh. That's him. Okay. First marriage, me and my mom. Hold on. Then I'm gonna get back in the comments and see what y'all talking about. Okay. Here we go. It was actually her wedding. I just walked down the aisle. I lived out her dream, like I said. She picked out everything. Okay. Let me see. It was at Christmas time. It was December the 29th. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find the whole wedding part. This was the cake. Mm-hmm. And the first husband. This was the wedding party. That's how big it was. Can you see it? Yep, that would have been December 29th, 1979, I believe. That's been so long ago, I can't remember. But it happened. Yeah. You see, that ring ain't the ring I showed y'all the other night. I gave that ring to my daughter because that's her father. Uh-huh. Yeah. Let me get in the chat. See what the hell y'all talking about. Kiss the Ring is clapping. Great investment. It was. It took me to that 5,000 square foot house. Uh-huh. With receipts now, they can shut that big. Oh, they won't shut up to just it. They'll come up with another lie because That's only a portion of my life. I'm 69.9. Okay. So it would be impossible to come out here. I've already been on here out and show you all of my life. Well, who would do that anyway? Shopaholic, Neiman's, Neiman Marcus, Galleria. And that's my favorite kind of stores. That's what I do. Hey, Elissa. Lane Road off of Hempstead. No, Lane Road in Texas City, Elissa. 316 Lane Road in West Texas City. I've never lived in Houston. I've always lived outside of Houston, Elissa. Never wanted to live in the city, especially raising a kid. That would have been a little hard. Plus, I worked at Amico Chocolate Buyer going towards Alvin, Clute, Santa Fe, Lake Jackson. I worked that way. I didn't work in the Texas City plants. I worked 36 miles down 2004 from Texas City. So I had a little hop and a skip and a jump to get there. It took almost an hour in the morning because you couldn't go fast because there wasn't nothing but cornfields and cows and horses, and a lot of people got killed out there with them animals jumping the fence and stuff. I had a very good friend got killed one morning. A horse jumped the fence and came in on him and decapitated him. Yep. Let's see. Where am I? Holistic is speaking. T how beautiful, Ms.V. Thank you. I appreciate that. Like sheer far. Two. I'm not sure what that is. Beautiful grandmother. I love my grandmother. She was there for me. Like I said, when my mom was trying to get her degree, she had all of us had been a housewife for 17 years. And she and my father talked about it and said that they were not going to be able to afford to give us what they wanted us to have in life if she didn't go back to work, because he had been the breadwinner for all those years. I think they had been married 19 when she decided to go back to school. And she still taught 36 years, going back to college, well off into her 30s. Because I was a baby out in the store with grandma. So grandma taught me everything that I knew before she passed. She passed when I was 6, a year later, after I had started to school. But I knew how to count money. In that grocery store, she taught me my ABCs. She taught me how to read. I learned everything in that grocery store. We all lived together in one big house. My grandmother, my grandfather, and my father, mother, and all my siblings lived in one big house. The house that I showed y'all that I grew up in. And they had their own room and their own bathroom, and we all shared the rest of the house together. So she was always there. It was like I had two mothers. And when she left, it was like, looking back on it now, I think I fell into a depression at an early age, but was able to walk through it. Because wasn't nobody taking nobody to no therapy back then. No. Thank you, Chico. Thank you, Lashar. I appreciate that. Hey, Carol Carol Allen. Hey, Ms.V, do it, girl. Show those buckets what living really is. Your life speaks for itself. Like Anthony Hamilton says, they don't know. Go ahead on, Queen V. Yeah, I had to bring it to. Carolyn, you from the area, you know. But it just intrigued me how somebody who has never met you, never will, don't know you, don't know anybody that knows you. Now, you know me, okay? But they don't. People come into my chat that do know me all the time. So why would I get out here and lie about anything or not be able to show it? I didn't have to come out here and show nothing. I could have just let them keep on talking, which they probably will. And I'll just come out another time and do another story time, another show and tell. That's it. My life is what it is. If you can't handle it, best thing you can do is stay off my page and not listen to my life, about my life, or my life stories. That's it, and that's all. It's just that simple. I don't go over there if I don't want to hear what you got to say. I don't come out here and I don't talk about you. I don't dox you. I'm not interested. Why is my life so interesting? But why do you have to twist it to be what you want it to be? Jealousy, envy. What they say won't do you no good, baby. Why don't you come over here and let me tell you how to do it? I could give you some advice on how to, even though you starting late, I still could give you some advice on how you could catch up on the game. Work hard. First of all, get off of YouTube and go get you a for real job making some money. And if you can't do that, go back to school. Get you some knowledge where you can walk in a job and demand what you want. That's the be an entrepreneur. Didn't God give you something extra to do other than to come out here and flap your jaws on YouTube, lying and don't know what the hell you're talking about? He ain't give you nothing. You can't cook, you can't sew, you can't open up your daycare. It's so many things that people don't even realize. Daycares make money. Lots of money. Them people ain't keeping your children for free these days. Gator Academy up the road up there is about $300 a week per child. And you better not leave them there after 5 o'clock. They're going to hit you again with another fee. People going to always die. What's wrong with going to embalming school? What's wrong with owning a funeral home? You're going to make money every day, all day long. People coming and they going. It ain't a long program either. I'm just saying. Okay. Let's see, where am I? T-Haw. Oh, shucks, sexy. You better believe it. I wasn't no joke back then. I ain't no joke now. Okay? Better ask somebody. Thought you knew. Okay? I gotta get out here and brag about nothing and cut nobody down or lower anybody or go gut on nobody or go back and forth with nobody for what? That's a waste of my time. I've been busy making money today. That's what I've been doing today. Another goal. All them little bitty bills I had made and created. Baby, when them checks hit last month, I paid all them suckers off. The bills I got now, I'm going to have the rest of my life. How about that? Did I do it to Justin? I told you. Cut up them damn credit cards. You don't need them if you can't pay for it cash during the times we living in. You don't need it. Trust me, you don't. Wait until the interest rates come down, or wait until you get a little bit more savings where you can just go in there and say, I want it, and just pay for it. Don't charge nothing. Y'all hear me? Don't get them people your money. Keep your money in your pocket until we come. Either, I don't think we'll ever go back to where we were, but at least until things will stabilize. Because things just gone crazy now. I don't care where you go. You go out to eat, it's too much. You go to service station, it's too much. You go to grocery store, it's too much. You go clothes shopping, it's too much. Everything is too damn much. I don't know what's wrong with these people out here. They lost their minds. Yeah. I'm going to bring y'all some information too about Social Security. I've been researching that. Things are changing. Y'all need to know it. So my next live, when I come out here, I'm going to bring that information to you. In some states, y'all going to figure out, y'all going to make a little money on Social Security. Yeah. I'm almost through with it. So I'm going to bring it to you this weekend. The better ask somebody lies are for liars. You better believe it. They ain't for me. I ain't got time to sit up and worry about you, and you shouldn't be worried about me. Thank you, Jules. I appreciate that. Ms.V, you have lived a fabulous, beautiful life, more than the average person. You don't have to prove nothing to no one. I believe you. But this, Mystic, this wasn't even about proving anything to anybody. One of my subs had asked me before this ever went down, Ms.V, show us some pictures. Bring some pictures so we can see some of the things that you've talked about. And I had told her yes. And then after this hit, I just kind of sit back and looked at it and say, wow, this woman is sick. She is sick with hate and envy and jealousy. How could you be so absorbed into my world when I ain't even thinking about you? And when it hit, I was going to bury the great nephew. Didn't even know All this was going down out here on YouTube. That's what's so crazy. And then going on showing y'all the bayou to get back and realize what's wrong with this woman? Why is she bothering me? But then every time I read something out here, it's like, I'm bothered. You know, I didn't put the videos out there about me. You did. You tried to convince the people that you knew me and you knew about me. Oh, girl, there's a lot of stuff my family would be intrigued if they watch this video. There's a lot of stuff they don't even know. I done told you. I did things at the spur of the moment a lot of times. We don't live in the same place, me and my family, never have. So they may look at this and say, wow, I didn't even know my sister did that. That's who I am. You don't need to go out here telling everything you know, okay? But that's what prompted me to do it once she asked, and then once all this malicious gossip was spread, I was like, well, okay, then I just come out here and bring y'all a snippet, okay? Because it's many, many more, and I will go over and archive those pictures over on Facebook because I told you I had to archive those pictures because before Sharita ever became a content creator, she went over there all through my life on Facebook. And so I was like, damn, what is right? I had never had anybody to do that. So I got to go back over there and get the pictures out of archive. Most of those pictures are going to be with the last husband, and they're going to be 14 Caribbean cruises on archived over there, and probably my life from whenever I went on Facebook. Most of my life is archived over there on Facebook from the time I went on, I think around 2008 is when I went on Facebook up until he passed. And I don't even, that's another reason I don't go over there as much because we lived on Facebook. Everywhere we went, you know, where family could see what we were doing and where we were and who we were interacting with. So it's been a little tough to go back in there because I really hadn't wanted to look at a lot of that. It's memories, and it's not. I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. You know, but I don't need anybody trying to tell my story from this point on because I'm going to make you look foolish. I'm going to make you look like, why are you so jealous? Why would you come out here and tell those lies on that lady? She didn't have this, she didn't have that, but you had no proof of what you were saying. You were just running your mouth. Did you need views? Or did you need money? You could have called me up and say, hey, I'm in bad shape right now, whatever. You didn't have to do all that. It wasn't necessary. It wasn't like we were friends. I co-hosted with you, but I wasn't your friend. You wasn't my friend. I respected you up until that point. Now you just somebody out here just all over the place. I don't know who you are. I don't. And like I said, I'm just gonna continue to live my life and let it be. It is what it is. Hey, Alex, how you doing? Miss Miller, don't forget con artist. Listen, let me go back up. Carolyn is speaking to Yo-Yo. Thank you for getting the trolls out. I've asked for picture time. That's who it was. It was Alex. So, Alex, you got some picture time tonight. I ain't going to stay on here trying to show pictures all night long because I got to go back through a lot. I have pictures over there and the crate laying on the bed where I took these from. And then I got a whole crate of pictures in there in the living room. And I was going to sit down and put them together so I could give all my nephews and nieces and my daughter and everybody who I have pictures of. I don't want to keep up with them pictures no more. I don't want to pack them around. Them pictures have been to Vancouver, St. Louis, Denver, New Orleans, Baltimore, DC. I'm not packing them pictures no more. They not my pictures. They y'all's pictures. And I want y'all to have them. In case anything happened to me, y'all got your own pictures, okay? I just want to keep the few that I have. And then y'all stuff, y'all need to take it to y'all house and show it to y'all children. Because y'all children grown now. Y'all ready to be grandfathers and stuff. And Millie said, I don't use the word jealousy anymore with this sector. I've been watching, studying this sector. These folks are insecure, antiquated, primitive. They talk ish to distract so nobody notices their lack. I couldn't have said it better. And I thought about the same thing. If you deflect off of me, then people are really not watching you. I don't have to do that. I thank God I don't have to come out here and beg. I don't have to come out here and scam. I don't have to come out here and lie. I don't have to do nothing but be me. That's it. That's all. You either can accept it or you can reject it. I don't care. But I'm not going to come out here and pretend to be somebody I'm not, or make up stuff. Make it up for what? Girl, I'm trying to get in the pearly gates. I ain't got time to be going to hell with you. I can't do it. Go on about your business, okay? I keep telling y'all that. I don't want to be a part of whatever y'all are part of. Um, let's see. Did I miss anybody? Because if not, I'm going to take my shower. I definitely enjoyed the story time. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome, y'all. So I've been on here an hour and 21 minutes, and let's see. That's the one I read. Ashante is laughing. But I appreciate y'all coming into the chat tonight for story time, show and tell, whatever y'all want to call it. Y'all take care of yourself. I will be back out here this weekend. I don't have to work. I don't have much to do. I'm just going to do a few things here in the house and just rest this weekend. Take it easy. It's cold outside. I got everything I need inside. I don't really need nothing outside. I really took care of all my business today. Straight out of nap time, you coming in, I'm going out. As usual, they spin the narrative daily. However, people like me never forget. Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. The real yo-yo, good night, Ms.V. I'm in for the weekend too. Okay, I appreciate that, yo-yo. Thank you to all my moderators who came in tonight, all my little sugar woogers. You're so welcome, Alex. That was you who asked me to do that. So I've done that, and I'll probably come back later on in the game and show you the Caribbean pictures. Close to the summer, maybe, when it's time for people to go on vacations and stuff like that. Then we'll go to some of the islands I've been to and show those, and that'll give you an opportunity to see, well, I kind of like where Ms.V went, or, maybe you can show me some of your pictures when we go on StreamYard and do it like that. But anyway, y'all have a great night. Love you much. Take care of yourself. Stay warm. Blessings and peace to you.